morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Bill Bates. I'll be on the ballot as William Bates, of course. I am running for a school board, and as Richard said, if I am fortunate enough to get all your votes and to get on the school board, I suspect I'm going to be a lone wolf on the committee, or in many instances I will be, because I do try to strike more of a balance between the needs of the children, which I think have to come first, but they have to come first in the context of the tax base and the taxpayer's ability to pay. And there's nothing wrong with saying that. And I guess that's what you're electing if you vote for me. And that is, I'm going to bring a fresh perspective to the school board. The way I will look at things and the way I will vote on things has a lot to do with several influences in my life. My wife is an educator. She's a teacher. She has been for many years. My sister's a registered educator in the state of New Hampshire, and my oldest son, Devin, is an assistant principal and dean of students at a large rural high school in Arkansas. And I get a lot of interesting perspective from him on how things work in the school. And of course, the other just as important thing is the fact that I have a 5-year-old who will go into kindergarten next year at Glen Lake School. And last, but really first, is I'm a taxpayer. And that's the part I want you to know, is what you're going to get with me is someone who can strike a balance between the needs of the children and the fact we all have to pay for it. And Richard's point was well taken prior to that, is the fact that the gut reaction when you see the school board's needs is, yeah, let's do that. Let's go ahead and spend that. That's everybody's gut reaction. If you have children in the system, you want what's best for them. There's nothing wrong with that. But in my opinion, some people on the board forget about the other side, and that is, can we afford it? Do we have to have it now, or could we stretch it out later? And that's what you're missing right now. Everybody rushes to vote yes on appropriation, and they never think about the tax impact. And that's what's going to be different with me, is the fact that while we won't always agree on things, I am going to, as a taxpayer, look at things very seriously and try to balance and try to figure out how to do things from a fresh perspective. I served on the budget committee this year, and your points about that and a few other things that were well taken, by the way. I've also in the past served on a budget subcommittee with John Stark Cooperative, and so I work for Michael Baker Engineering. I'm the director of technical services. They're about a 3,200 person company headquartered in Pennsylvania. I'm also a technical specialist with them. That's my background. I guess what I would like to say to you, and I know this was picked up in the Goffstown paper earlier this year, is when we were on budget committee this year and the school board came in to do a presentation, and you'll remember this, John, from Saturday, is we had someone, an administrator or a teacher administrator, that when we started the presentation with the school board, they said an important thing. The superintendent indicated that Goffstown, to their credit, that the children for the statewide tests score near the top. And that's a good thing. It says that the system is fundamentally working, and what they're applying and getting the kids to learn is great. But they also said that Goffstown spends near the bottom in terms of the amount of money spent statewide when you compare them to other schools. Now, to me, that's good, okay? That says we're getting the most bang for our buck. That is to be commended, and I commend the students, the teachers, the administration, and yes, the school board, okay? The fact that we're performing at that high of a level, and we score, and we rank near the bottom on spend, says we're getting good value for our money. But during that meeting, one of the administrators actually said that's the problem. The problem is we don't spend it. And they tried to make this out to be let's put all that, the fact that our senior or high schoolers scored near the top, well, that's all good and everything, but the problem is we don't spend enough in this town. And I had to stop and say, excuse me, but if we're scoring near the top and we're spending near the bottom, that's a good thing. Why is that a bad thing? And someone else said it later on. I will not let that stand. They should be proud of that. We should all be proud of that, and that's what I want to continue. The school business in this town is at last count, $36 million enterprise. It's okay to want to spend smart. The taxpayers for the last 4 years have voted the default budget. I wonder why. Well, because the taxpayers said enough already. It's a down economy. We're all hurting. We're going to live with what we have right now. And so instead of always trying to push the rock uphill and always trying to ask for more and more and more, based on what the taxpayers have told us, they've said, we don't want to spend more right now. Maybe we will in the future, but we don't want to spend it right now. And so my perspective on the school board is, how can we be more efficient? How can we spend smarter? And how, this is very important, how can we make real choices with the money we do get before we go out and ask for more? And that's what I'm going to do. There may be a point in the future where it may require us to ask for more. But until then, let's try to spend smart with what we have. And just so you know, everyone, when you vote for the default budget, that doesn't mean you're anti-education. I know a lot of other people would like for you to think, if you vote default budget, you are against education. That is not true. Don't let anybody ever make you out to be anti-education because you vote for a default budget. That is not true, and we have to turn that around. So I hope you'll support me, and more importantly, before I get out of here, is I need for each one of you to talk to 10 people, okay, to ask for them to vote for me and vote for the others like Richard, because Richard's right. We have to do something about the tax base in this town too. I need for you to talk to at least 10 people and have each of them talk to 5 people. Because right now, it's already started. There's people throughout town who tend to be pro-spend and orientation who are demonizing me for my viewpoints. And if you want a person who will be fair, who will look at new things in a new and fresh way, I really need for you to talk to as many people as possible. Tell them about me. Thank you.